following is a presentation of 4 Star Sports Media.
Hey fans, did you know that 4 Star Sports Media now has a YouTube channel? You can catch exclusive content covering all things Memphis Tigers and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Shows like The Point, and the only show on social media about the Arkansas Razorbacks that is purely fan-driven, Inside the Hog Pen. Plus other shows like The Hog Trough, The 4 Star Sports Show, and many more coming soon. So check them out today. Go on YouTube.com and search 4 Star Sports Media.
Welcome to the 4 Star Sports Media College Basketball Pick'em Show. Now, live from the BA Mask Studios, here's your host, from The Point, Wes Pruitt.
Well, everybody knows I'm not Wes Pruitt. I'm a whole lot better looking, and I got a little bit more hair than he does. But hello, everybody. I'm Razorback Zach from Inside the Hog Pen, here with the guys once again. Brandon Bumgarner, Willie B, the Banks
I am
man.
here.
Of course, good old Roll Tide Nathan. What's up, fellas?
Man, not too much. How you
Been
been?
a while.
The Grizzlies are stomping the Pistons right now.
Yeah, that's good.
So we have a great show lined up for you today. I get to run things, so maybe I won't get fired after the show. I don't know about you guys, but hopefully I don't get fired after this. But make sure you guys like, share, and follow everywhere all across 4 Star Sports Media. And, of course, check out the new 4 Star Sports radio network at 4star.live. I got articles and links to all of our shows here. Shows like The Point, 4 Star Sports Show, The Pick'em Show, and, of course, Inside the Hog Pen. Oh, boy. All right. Let me see here. All right. So we're going to jump right into this. And I got to get y'all's thoughts on the chaos going down at the University of Auburn. And Nate, we're going to start with you since you're an Alabama fan. What do you think about everything going on down at Auburn? You think Brian Harsin is going to get fired anytime soon, or you think he's going to escape this?
I don't think he's going to escape it. I think at this point Auburn is just trying to find a way just to get him out of there. There's talk that they want Hugh Freeze. There's talk they want all kinds of these coaches. Some of these coaches have already signed an extension on their contracts with their current teams. I don't think they should get rid of them. I think they should give him one more year. I mean, it's only fair. You gave the man 1 year, and then all of a sudden, all kinds of stuff comes up, and you kind of drag the man's name through the mud. I mean, to be quite frank, I don't like the way Auburn's handling it, but I do believe that they should at least give him 1 more year before trying to find a new coach. But the whole thing about it, I mean, it's just it's crazy. But you got to expect this kind of stuff from Auburn. So. They don't like to lose. They hate having losing seasons. But I don't think that Hugh Freeze is the next coach at Auburn, though.
That's pretty funny. Bum, what do you think about everything going on down at Auburn?
I think it's just a complete cluster. You know what? Harsin's like, how can they keep him? With all the stuff that's going around, I mean, his wife allegedly cheating on on him with the receivers coach that he hired and then he fired, and him cheating on his wife with an intern or whatever it is. I mean, it's just crazy. It's some Alabama bullshit. That's what it is.
This is the funniest
not University
thing ever,
of Alabama,
dude.
Not University of Alabama, but Auburn. It's weird, man. And for it to be happening at the end of the recruiting cycle, I mean, you're going into your most important part of the 2023 season, which is establishing relationships with future recruits that are going to commit to your school. It makes no sense, man. And I mean, like, Wes and I saw this guy literally a week ago Tuesday. He was on a stage talking in front of everybody, talking about how him and his wife parent their children and everything like that. And I'm like, wow.
What a difference a week makes.
Yeah, what a difference. I mean, Wes and I hung out afterwards trying to get to meet the guy. It's really funny. But you know what? Nothing surprises me. It's the SEC. Anything can happen there. And do I feel bad for Auburn fans? I absolutely do. I don't think they should have to be put through this. I think they hired Harsons. They were like, okay, we got our guy. And then this year happened.
Well, in all honesty, Bum, Arkansas State tried to warn Auburn what they were getting.
Yes. Yeah, they did. But also, I mean, Arkansas State didn't really take the warnings that what they were getting from Butch Jones either. But
that's why they're the stepbrother of
that's
Arkansas.
Why it's Arkansas State. But no, it's just a weird situation. And I don't think you can get out of it at this point. Like, you either have to fire the guy or you don't fire him and your football program is toast for a while until you get a guy in there. Because you're not going to go get some big name guy who's going to be a good coach for you for the next 20 years after firing a guy like this. And then you talk about, and not only that, the first hint for all of us should have been when all of their players were leaving. He fired Mike Bobo. All the players just started transferring. And honestly, it all does go back to Auburn fans. They had a good thing going with Gus. Like, I know they hated Gus, and he was an 7-8 win guy. That's what Auburn is. They're not a national championship team every year. Yes, they had Cam Newton because Cam Newton's one of the greatest college players of all time. That's why they won a national championship with him. And then they got lucky and went on a run because they made some of the most miraculous plays in college football history to make it to a national championship game. It's Auburn, dude. They're not, I mean, let's be real here. They're a bottom of the SEC West type school. They're not Alabama. They're not LSU. Hell, they're not even Ole Miss. They're Auburn, man. And their fans kind of did this to themselves by forcing Gus out of there. Now, Don't get me wrong. I don't think Gus is the greatest coach on earth, but look at what he did at UCF in year one compared to what Auburn just did in year one of Harsin. Like, it's weird, man. It just doesn't make any sense.
Willie B, did you see the comment that Gus made when he was asked about the Auburn situation? He basically said, "I'm glad I'm at UCF."
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. I mean, I'm about like the other two guys here. I mean, I don't see how this guy can stay around. I mean, all they got to do is pony up $18 million and they can pretty much just, let him walk away. But yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like a pretty sleazy situation. You just look at the guy, but Hugh Freeze definitely wouldn't be the best replacement if that's the case.
You're talking about his buyout. Somebody had mentioned today that they can't buy him out. That they're trying to work around this where they don't buy him because they're still paying Gus.
Yeah,
I don't see now. Correct me
if I'm wrong, Gus a lot of money too.
Yeah, and if you end up paying Brian Harson's $18 million, would that financially cripple the University of Auburn for many years?
I'll put it this way: if you come out of pocket, if you're coming out and you got to pay Brian Harson's 18, and you still owe Gus, you're not getting Hugh Freeze with what you have left.
Guys, listen to me. I don't know if y'all saw the report today, but every SEC team is getting $54.8 million from the SEC. Congratulations. Memphis only gets 7 from the American Athletic Conference, and we're running a much better program than a lot of these sorry-ass SEC schools with literally less than half the budget. Auburn has money in their back pocket. I mean, Bill Hargrave, who's going to be the president at the University of Memphis, is the provost at Auburn right now. I know for a fact He is the single highest donation in college. Any college in the United States of America has the single highest donation given to the business school at Auburn. I think it was like, I want to say it was like $55 million or something like that. It was just ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
And in my personal opinion, Zach, I don't think money's an issue here. If they want him out, they'll get him out.
Yeah. You know, I know who they can get for that kind of money. Chad Morris.
Bobby Petrino.
Chad Morris. They can go get Chad Morris. Yeah. He knows how to pick up a
You
program.
can go get any former Arkansas coach.
Isn't Chad Morris like coaching some high school team now?
Yeah, and he sucks at it. He's terrible at it. But yeah, it's interesting. On a brighter note, Arkansas basketball takes down number 1 Auburn Tuesday night. A very exciting manner. It's the most viewed basketball game on ESPN2 since December of 2018. 1.96 million viewers on that game.
Wow.
Tuesday night. All right, so switching gears, and I'm going to kind of turn this over to Bum for a little bit. But Bum represented 4-Star Sports Media this past week down in Mobile at the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl. So, Bum, did you learn anything while you were down there?
I learned that John Ridgway from Arkansas, John Ridgway III. Let me clarify that. And what's Silver's first name?
Jordan.
Jordan. I almost called him Long John Silver. Long snapper, but that would have been great. You could have called him Long John Silver.
Yeah,
that would have been awesome. But no, I learned that those two guys are studs. Silver gets rid of the ball on a snap very quickly, quicker than most guys I've ever seen do it on a field goal. And then John Ridgway is a strong dude. And this is just me talking to you Arkansas guys, but
are you actually giving Arkansas compliments?
I'm just giving two guys compliments. Settle down there, buddy.
What?
Yeah. I did. I also learned that, and I mean, a lot of y'all probably watched the show from last week, so I'm not going to go over every single detail, but it was a really cool experience. And if you call yourself like a college football fan or a pro football fan, you want to go down there and experience it at least once. The practices are really cool because of the way they have them set up. You're getting coached by an NFL team and staff. It's just, it doesn't make any sense, man, to for us to be where we were last year, just doing a freaking podcast, kind of like we're doing right now. And that's all we did, to having our own website, media brand, everything like that. And then getting to go down there last week and cover the Senior Bowl was just a really cool experience. Thankful for that. Thankful for Wes and everybody who allowed that to happen. All of our sponsors, especially Sidecar Cafe over off Witten Road. Great people, Mike and Rick over there. Support us, I mean, tremendously in ways that we don't deserve, and I don't know we'll ever be able to repay. But it was an awesome experience. Sorry, I'm not nervous right now. I'm just kind of trying to think about what I want to say. But yeah, so when we talk about like the best prospects over there, quarterbacks were the talk of the town. So those were the guys that everybody had their eyes on. Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis, Desmond Ridder, Bailey Zappi, Carson Strong, and Sam Howell. Those are your 6 quarterbacks. So if I could go top to bottom as far as impressive throughout the week, Kenny Pickett is as advertised. I think I said that on the show last week. That kid is just a stud. And then Malik Willis had probably the best week out of any quarterback that was there. He helped his draft stock tremendously. I saw a tweet today that said Desmond Ridder is a sleeping giant. Desmond Ridder is terrible. I don't know how Cincinnati made the college football playoff with him as their quarterback. He is inaccurate. He overthrows his receivers by 15 yards every time he gets one open. It makes no sense. And then your other 3 guys were just kind of meh. Other 3 guys were kind of meh. They didn't impress me at all. Carson Strong had a really good first day, and then He's a kid from Nevada. But, man, as a whole, it was a really eye-opening experience for us as a brand. I don't want to keep rambling on about it. I'm wearing the hat. I'm going to go back next year. It's going to be a lot of fun. All of y'all should be able to join us next year, and we're going to go from there and do the dang thing, man.
I'm glad you guys had fun. All right, so we got one more thing to do before we jump into these pick'em games, and I want to get you guys' take on the Super Bowl. It's our last football game of the year for the NFL, and Willie B, this is one that might go down in the history books, especially if the Rams can pull it off, being a Super Bowl team to not only host the Super Bowl, but win it in their home stadium, but also represent a second city, a third city actually, because they were with LA, then they went to Cincinnati, and then they came back to LA. Am I right there?
Yeah, I think that's correct.
So who do you have, and tell me why, in the Super Bowl, Rams or Bengals?
So I mean, if you watch, I mean, I think everybody on, obviously on this show watched all of the playoff games. And just looking at both of those teams getting to this point, you see the number of sacks Joe Burrow's taken, and everybody's probably heard this narrative if you've watched or listened to any sports show the last week and a half. But if that Rams defense can get to Joe Burrow as much as every other team's gotten to him, and do it pretty early and often, I think if there's at least one turnover, two turnovers from him early on in the game, maybe in the first half, maybe total for the game, that could be the difference maker and who wins that game. But I think that Rams defense being what it is, you got Stafford in LA. He's got tons of weapons right now. I mean, you got Odell Beckham and Cooper Kupp out there catching passes for you, and you got Cam Akers. He's been pretty healthy. So I mean, I don't know. I think the Rams are obviously like as I said, I mean, obvious pick, but the Bengals are hot. I mean, they could definitely come out there and stun them.
So you're a money guy, right? I mean, you've got wheels deals during the football season. What does the line look like and the over under? What are the lines looking like for this game?
Last I saw, it was about 3 points that the Bengals were catching. As far as the point total, I haven't looked at that, but I will say, as far as bets go, I did place a bet on the Rams back in September to win the Super Bowl, which was, hopefully that'll pan out. So that's one of the reasons I'm pulling for them. But outside of that, I also had $50 on Matt Stafford to win the MVP. So we'll see. That was as soon as he got traded to the Rams. I threw some money on them. Give me just a second, and I can tell you what that line is as far as the over/under. But
yeah.
if you ask anybody else what their pick is.
Nate, I got to ask, there's never been a player in the sport of American football to win a Heisman, a national championship, and a Super Bowl. Joe Burrow could be that player. Do you like his odds going into this game, and do you think he can pull it off?
I mean, let's just be honest. The Rams we'll go ahead and say it, more talented. They got more talent on their team than anybody. They got Von Miller over there, Sam Darnold. Then that's just on defense. Then you got OBJ. You got Kupp. You got Sony Michel running the ball. And then you got Matt Stafford. But
there it is.
But the Bengals is the young buck team, man. They have proven that they can beat the best. They can compete with the best. I mean, heck, if they win this, they might as well give their kicker the freaking MVP trophy because it's because of him.
That's why you draft a kicker. You are absolutely right.
But my thing is I know everybody is picking the Rams. Everybody's going with the Rams. Rams are at home, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not going to put it past Joe Burrow, man. Jamar Chase is doing his thing. You got Higgins doing his. I mean, this Bengals team is out there to prove something. They're out there to win this. They're out there to get this Super Bowl win, something that they've only appeared in the Super Bowl. They've never literally won one. So this is going to be the first time for them to win it. If they do, it'll be their first Super Bowl win. So I'm pulling for the underdog. I'm going for the Bengals, man.
Bum, it's in LA. It's at SoFi Stadium. Does that give the Rams an advantage in this ball game?
The city of LA does not care about the LA Rams. They're there for money, and that's it.
Really?
The only reason they're in LA is for celebrities to be able to show up to games, make a cameo, wave to the fans, kiss some babies, and go home. That's the only reason the LA Rams are in LA. It was so Stan Kroenke could screw the city of St. Louis out of a football team and be like, okay, cool, I can go make more money in LA. Screw that. We're going with momentum. And guess who has all the momentum right now?
The
Joe
Bengals.
Burrow, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon. They have all the momentum. They're ready to go. Look, they're not even supposed to be here. They weren't even supposed to make the playoffs, but they're here. And they've made it all the way to this point, so why the hell not go out there and win it?
Pretty much.
And also, look.
Joe Burrow has not lost a playoff game since UCF tried to knock his head off in the Fiesta Bowl. I don't know if he's ever going to lose another playoff game. So let's go with old Mo. Momentum.
But look, I'm going to say this also. You got to understand. Joe Burrow beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. He beat the Titans with Derrick Henry at Titans Stadium.
In Nashville.
I mean, come on, man.
And they also beat the Raiders in Oakland, I believe. So
yeah,
or not Oakland, in Las Vegas. Same shit.
In Las Vegas, yeah, Las Vegas. But here's
Same
the thing. Home stadium don't mean nothing to these Bengals. They're going in there just to win. That's all they're focused on, is taking care of business and getting the Super Bowl win.
All right, fellas, we got to go to break, but when we come back, we are going to start our pick'em. We got 15 games spread across 6 conferences. So, y'all get your picks ready. Okay, we'll be back in a minute. The College Basketball Pick'em Show on the 4-Star Sports Radio Network. Back in a minute.
Hey fans, did you know that 4-Star Sports Media now has a YouTube channel? You can catch exclusive content covering all things Memphis Tigers and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Shows like The Point, and the only show on social media about the Arkansas Razorbacks that is purely fan-driven, Inside the Hog Pen. Plus other shows like The Hog Trough, The 4-Star Sports Show, and many more coming soon. So check them out today. Go on YouTube.com and search 4-Star Sports Media.
Welcome back, everybody, to the College Basketball Pick'em Show. I almost said college football. God, I wish it was fall already. But Willie B, Nate, and Bomber Will here with me. I'm Razorback Zach from Inside the Hog Pen. All right, fellas, I miscounted, by the way. It's not 6 conferences, it's 8. So we're going to jump right into this, and we're going to start in the Big Ten. Rutgers visiting number 14, Wisconsin. Willie B, we're going to kick it off with you. Who you got?
Man, in that game, I'm going to take Wisconsin. Even though Rutgers is coming off having beat Ohio State, Wisconsin's pretty stout. They're 6-3 all time against Rutgers. Rutgers needs it. I mean, they're looking for their 3rd straight win over a ranked opponent, but I think Wisconsin pulls this one out at home.
Bum?
Rutgers had a big win last night against Ohio State, as Will said. I mean, it's huge for that program. Big momentum. I'm going with the Badgers in this one. I think they're going to be too tough to overcome. It's at Wisconsin. I think they get the job done.
Nate, are you rolling with the Badgers, or are you going with the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to go for Rutgers in this one after the big win they had the other night. But I mean, Wisconsin at home, that's going to be tough, and that's going to be tough on Rutgers. So, and as anybody knows, Arkansas fans can attest to this. It's hard to beat a home team when the crowd shows up, buddy. So give me Wisconsin in this.
I agree, and like I said, from watching the Razorback game Tuesday night, home court advantage gives you about, when the crowd is in it, gives you anywhere between an 8 and 10 point advantage at home. But give me the Badgers as well. All right, so we're moving on. Next game on the list comes from the Big 12, and it is number 20, the Texas Longhorns, traveling down the road to Waco and visiting the defending national champion, the number 10 Baylor Bears. Bum, who gets the battle of Texas? Is it going to be the Longhorns, or is it going to be the Bears?
Is this really the Battle of Texas, though? You got another team down there in Houston,
Well, it's the Battle
number
of
6
Central
team in the
Texas.
country.
How about that? Battle of Central Texas. How about that?
Battle of Big 12 Texas.
Pretty much.
Yeah, man, this is tough because Texas is riding some big momentum right now. Did they beat Kansas the other night, or did Kansas come back?
Who?
Think Texas.
Texas? Oh, no. Texas beat Kansas by 3.
Did they? Okay, so see, that makes it even more complicated because Baylor's been on a little bit of a skid lately. Brad says Baylor because Texas sucks. So let me go with the Horns in this one. Let's go. Hook 'em, baby. Just because these Arkansas fans are out here saying Baylor's going to win.
We knew you were going to be up to your normal antics there, Bum. Nate, who you got, the Longhorns or the Bears?
Well, I mean, if we're going to go off the Kansas game, I mean, heck, Kansas beat Baylor 83-59 2 weeks ago. So, I mean, it's going to be a tough matchup.
Surprising to me.
Yeah, but the thing about it, it's at home, and I think Baylor's going to turn things around. Give me the Baylor Bears on this one, even though Alabama beat them and kind of broke them a little bit. But give me Baylor in this.
All right,
that's
Willie
funny.
B?
Yeah, hey, Bama beat Baylor. They broke them, but Memphis beat Bama to break Bama.
Mm-hmm.
So, therefore,
Bama
Memphis is better than everybody.
Yeah. What's Memphis ranked right now?
Doesn't matter. It all matters. We're on a 4-game win streak right now. Let's go, baby.
Willie B, when you look at this game, I mean, what does the line say? What's the over/under? Give me some details on this.
Man, I don't know what the line will say. Honestly, I didn't look the lines up on these. But honestly, in that matchup, I'll take Baylor. I think, granted, they're on a skid. This is one they need to kind of turn it around. They're at home. They got an opportunity to beat another ranked team. So, yeah, this is one they've got to win. So I'll take the Baylor Bears at home.
Yeah, all right. Brad Staten says they've got the good drugs in Memphis.
Hook 'em, baby!
He said Mempo.
Oh, okay. Well. All right, we got our first SEC matchup. Texas A&M traveling to former number 1. You can see the asterisk by their ranking. The Auburn Tigers. Auburn's coming off their first loss in 18 games at the hands of the Razorbacks, 80-76 in overtime. Give me the Auburn Tigers. I hate A&M more. Nate, does Auburn get back in their winning ways, or does Buzz Williams give the Aggies a swift kick in the pants? Take one at Auburn.
Well, just like Arkansas, or just like, Memphis broke Alabama, Bama broke Gonzaga, broke Baylor. Give me A&M, dude. I don't think I don't think they'll bounce back after that. I mean, you gotta understand that was tough for them to watch. I'm pretty sure they cried, and I gotta give it to Arkansas. I mean, yeah, you won the game, but you don't. You did. I mean, that dunk at the end just made a statement to Auburn, and it hurt them. So yeah, give me A&M. I don't see Auburn bouncing back just yet. So yeah, give me A&M in this one.
Willie B, Tigers or Aggies?
I got Auburn rebounding after that loss to the Razorbacks.
And Willie B's now off the page. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Bum.
Auburn's going to throttle A&M. Or train drag them, as Will likes to say.
I've got my thoughts on the Auburn game coming up with the Arkansas pick later on in the show. We travel back to the Big Ten. Indiana travels to number 17, Michigan State. Bum. Does the Hoosiers take one at Michigan State, or does the Hoosiers roll, or the Spartans roll?
Michigan State gets the win. Tom Izzo, it's that time of the year where Michigan State starts to get hot. They get prepped for the tournament. Tom Izzo's one of the greatest of all time. Michigan State big.
All right, Nate?
Yeah, give me the Spartans, man. No doubt. Bum said it said it all. This is when Michigan's going to start pulling everything out and going to get hot. So give me Michigan State in this one.
All right. What about you, Willie B?
Yes, I too have Michigan picked in this one. Indiana, they are getting 5 suspended players back, but I don't think it's going to make it. Michigan State's at home. Like Brandon said, this is the time of year you see Michigan State, Izzo coach teams really start to heat up, especially decent teams, and they're definitely a decent team. So I think that they're going to rebound from their 2-game losing streak and win this one at home over Indiana.
Josh Wilbanks also takes Michigan State.
No, he took Michigan. It looks like Michigan Street.
Yeah, right?
Is that how grammar is
right.
over there in Arkansas?
Better than
Hey, Josh, I'm just messing with you, buddy. Please don't take it personally.
Back to the SEC with a big matchup. Florida going on the road to number 5 Kentucky at Rupp Arena. Florida has got to win this game if they have any chance to stay in any kind of conversation in the postseason. Bond, do the Gators chomp down on some Wildcats, or does Calipari and Rupp Arena have
Don't say that name. Don't say that name around me. Florida's going to beat the shit out of them.
That bad, huh?
It still hurts.
Nate, Florida or Kentucky?
I'm gonna go with Florida in this one. Yeah, I'm
go Gators, baby!
I'm gonna go with Florida because look, Kentucky, they did beat the mess out of my Bama boys, but it's like Bum said, I can't stand Coach Cal, man. I can't. The man has even stated that he will not recruit in Memphis when he was at Memphis. So yeah, give me Florida in this one, man.
All right, Willie B. Cats or Gators?
I got Coach Cal and the Wildcats winning at home.
All right. As much as it pains me to say it, give me Kentucky. Give me Kentucky. All right, we're traveling back to the Big 12, where TCU travels to Lubbock and takes on number 9 Texas Tech. Nate, what you got? The Horned Frogs or the Red Raiders?
I'm going with the Red Raiders on this one. Texas Tech's going to take care of this game easily with TCU. Not really a matchup for them. It'll be close there the first half, second half. Texas Tech blows away.
Willie B?
Man, Texas Tech, they just got blown up by Oklahoma. So, granted, they're at home. This is an opportunity for TCU to kind of salvage their season, any hopes they have at getting into the postseason. So I'm kind of looking at them to possibly get a big win over Texas Tech.
All right, Bum. Tech.
I'm with Will. TCU on the upset here.
All right, Josh Wilbanks takes Texas Tech. I'll take TCU for the upset as well. All right, so now we travel to the Big East, and a couple of big names in this. Number 18, Marquette, travels to Butler. Bum, Marquette, or the Bulldogs of Butler?
Butler's terrible this year, and somehow Shaka Smart's got him going up there at Marquette, and I think it's his first year there.
Yeah.
Got him ranked. They're probably going to make the tournament this year. Give me Marquette big in this one.
Give me Marquette as well. Willie B, what about you?
Yeah, I was looking at it earlier. I mean, I knew Marquette was pretty tough, but it's crazy to me they're fourth in the Big East. That just kind of shows you, how tough the East is. Also, too, another really tough conference right now is the Big Ten, but as they usually are. But yeah, I'll take Marquette in this one. I think Shaka and the Golden Eagles, they'll handle business at Butler.
All right, Big Nate.
Marquette, man. Butler ain't nothing this year. Marquette's going to run all over these guys. It's not even going to be close in the first half. You might as well call it over about halftime. Give me Marquette.
Yeah, Butler's been a name that's been prevalent in the NCAA tournament in years past, but this year something's not clicking with him. Give me Marquette big in this one. Speaking of big, we're heading back to the Big Ten. The big game. Number 16, Ohio State Buckeyes travel to the Big House in Ann Arbor and take on the Michigan Wolverines. Bum, is this going to be a repeat of how it happened in football, or does Ohio State win this one?
Michigan struggled too much this year. I don't think that Michigan's got that good of a team. They were like preseason top 5, I believe, and
yeah,
they've just the brakes have fallen off up there, and it seems to be that. And I hate to say that, it seems to be that way for a lot of former NBA guys who are head coaches at the college level.
You mean like Penny Hardaway?
Exactly. But Penny's on a 4-game winning streak. We still have hope.
You were just trying to fire him a few months ago.
Yeah, I was. But you know what? Let him have the rest of this year. And if we don't make the tournament, then we'll have that conversation again. But I know Ohio State's coming off of a bad loss to Rutgers, but give me Ohio State in this one. It's a big rivalry game. They're going to be up for it. I think the Buckeyes get the win in this one.
Willie B, Buckeyes or Wolverines?
Man, I'm like Brandon. I mean, I know Ohio State. It's an opportunity for them to rebound, but I think it's going to be a really close game. But I think Michigan's going to win it.
All right, Nate.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. Ohio State getting beat by Rutgers here recently. Michigan's got a game tonight at 8 against number 3 Purdue. So you know what? I'm gonna call a doubleheader right here. Michigan beats Purdue tonight. Michigan beats Purdue tonight, and then turns around and beats Ohio State on Saturday.
Both games are at home, so.
All right. So this one's kind of weird. Big. This one's kind of big. It's coming from the West Coast Conference. It is number 22 St. Mary's at number 2 Gonzaga. Gonzaga, if they win, could become the number 1 team in the country once again. But Bum, what you got?
Gonzaga by 40. St. Mary's shouldn't even be ranked. Neither team plays anybody. They both stink in my book. Gonzaga's going to make it to the Final Four and blow it, like they always do. Give me Gonzaga in this one, though, just because St. Mary's is terrible.
Nate, you on board with him taking the Zags in this one?
Easily, dude.
Willie B, is this a consensus? But Will's not even saying anything.
It's going to be a massacre, man. It's not going to be pretty.
Take Gonzaga as well. All right, we travel out west, way out west, to the Pac-12. Number 12, UCLA at
we were just out west. We
USC,
were USC,
and we're talking.
We were all the way to the northwest corner of the country.
Well, now we're in the land of fruits and nuts this time.
Okay, there we go.
So UCLA, number 12, UCLA at 21, USC. Will, Trojans or Bruins?
Man, I'm gonna take USC and the Trojans in this one.
Okay, I'll take the Trojans as well. Nate, what about you?
UCLA, man, Bruins all the way. They're gonna run all over USC. It ain't no competition, man. UCLA all the way.
Bum?
Man, I'd like to see the last time both these teams were ranked playing against each other. It had to be like 2008, 2009.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
I mean, UCLA's been ranked like relatively recently, as of like the last few years. But USC just hasn't done anything. But now they have the Mobley kid over there, Boogie Ellis, who's a transfer from Memphis, is playing out there. But Mick Cronin's doing a great job with UCLA. And like I said, kind of about Tom Izzo, it's time where it's the time where the good coaches time to put up or shut up. Give me UCLA in this one. I think they get the win over the Trojans.
So Will Banks is taking a shot at me tonight. He says, I don't know where I'm at. You're damn right about that. Half the time, I don't even know where I'm at. And he's picking UCLA as well. Oh, boy. Score update. The Ladybacks of Arkansas. I guess you can't say that now. The women's Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the Auburn Tigers right now. And Mike Neighbors is losing his mind. Let me get a score update. I think it's 30-27 Auburn right now. And 2.5 to go in the second quarter till halftime. 30-27 Auburn over Arkansas at the moment. All right, we're back in the SEC. Mississippi State travels to LSU. I don't know. I hate Will Wade, but I also hate Mississippi State. Screw it. Give me the Bulldogs because I can't stand LSU. Boom! Tigers or Bulldogs?
We're going Dogs, man, even though they lost to Tennessee last night. I hate to say that. I think the Dogs squeak one out against LSU, as they already did this season. So give me Mississippi State with a little bit of a rebound redemption this weekend.
Neighbors just got a technical, and that's what the officials were looking at in the Arkansas game. So Auburn is at the line shooting technical free throws. Nate, Mississippi State, LS losers.
I'm going to go with the Bulldogs, Mississippi State, man. LSU is going to be. I mean, this ain't going to be no easy win for Mississippi State. I'll tell you that much. But LSU is a team that can, once they get hot, they stay hot. So give me Mississippi State though.
All right, Willie B.
I'm going with LSU Tigers in this one. Both teams are struggling. I mean, neither one, have been doing really well of late. But I'll take the home team to have the slight advantage.
Willie B, you shock me sometimes. You know what? You surprise me sometimes.
I'm electric.
Sorry, if y'all see me look over, it's because I'm about to watch Shaun White win his 4th gold medal at the Winter Olympics.
Oh, hands down. That's a shoe-in for a medal. All right, so we got 3 games left in our pick'em this week, and the next one I picked simply because of I'm an Army veteran, and I love the competition between Army and Navy. So we're gonna go. Navy travels to West Point. Bum.
Go Navy, beat Army.
I hate you, Bum. I hate you. But I'll let you get away with it since it's not football. Nate.
Go Army, beat Navy.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
All day.
You're the tiebreaker. Who you got?
I got to pick with Bum on this one. I'm sorry, man. I think
going Army, baby.
Navy's going to pull it out.
Going Army. All right, we're down to the final 2. And I'm going to let Bum take this one. By the way, Will Banks takes Army in this one as well. Memphis travels down to Houston and takes on number 6, the Houston Cougars. Bum, I'm going to let you go last. Nate, who you got, the Tigers or the Cougars?
Okay, this game right here I love. I love the matchup. I love Tigers coming in. Tigers right now in their conference is number 3, right behind SMU and Houston. And see, they'll meet Houston again, and it's going to be at the Forum. So I just need the Tigers to win. They can win both, they just win one. But right now they're on a hot streak. You got Jalen Duren doing his thing. Nolly's doing his. I mean, Lomax, you got this team clicking right now. And not just clicking, but taking care of business, beating teams by 10 points or more. So give me the upset right here. This is my upset week. This is my upset right here. Give me the Memphis Tigers winning this game.
Willie B?
Yeah, I'm the same as you guys, man. This is a really tough stretch heading up for the Tigers. You got Houston, you got Cincinnati, you got SMU, and they really need to win 2 out of those 3 to just keep themselves on the inside of the bubble, kind of looking outside. But I do think this is a really big opportunity for them. They've got some momentum right now on a 4-game winning streak. You got DeAndre Williams, you got Jalen Duren healthy. Obviously, Alex Lomax has been playing well. Tyler Harris has been playing well. So as long as those guys can kind of keep doing what they're doing, you get Lester Quinones involved, get him involved early. I think they stand a really good chance to win, but it's one they definitely need to, especially if they want to keep their chances of making it to the tournament alive.
All right. Looks like Bum got scared and took off. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see if we can get him back in here. Bum, you there?
I am here.
All right. The floor is yours. Memphis or number 6 Houston?
I don't know what to pick right now. If I pick with my head, I'm going to pick one way, and if I pick with my heart, I'm going to pick another way.
I understand that feeling completely.
We're on a 4-game win streak. Houston's coming off of a loss to SMU just last night. But you know what? Who did I pick to win the Super Bowl? The big game.
Well, you picked the
Underdog.
Yeah, you picked the Bengals.
I picked the underdog
to win the Super Bowl.
You picked the Tigers.
I picked the underdog. Guess what? They're Tigers. What am I doing this weekend? I'm picking the underdog. It's a big game. It's probably the biggest game for the University of Memphis this season to this point. It's actually the biggest game of the season, period. Houston's the highest-ranked team we've played all year. I think the Tigers are healthy. I think they go to Houston, and I think Penny finally gets that win that he's been looking for against Kelvin Sampson and the Houston Cougars. And, guys, I know everybody's like, well, Houston's playing good basketball, even though they've lost their players. That's the other thing. They've lost their 3 best players this season, all to injury. They're out for the year. They've played absolute garbage competition. Now you're playing against guys that are on your level as far as talent. I know Memphis has been up and down all year, and I know I'm a Memphis homer. I love the Tigers.
No, really,
Saturday, I have this gut feeling that Memphis is going to go down there and shock some people, put their name back into the tournament conversation, and make a little bit of noise.
All right. Pretty fair assessment. All right. Final game of the night. The red hot Razorbacks traveling to Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama. Arkansas coming off its biggest win of the season against number 1 Auburn in overtime, 80-76, in a capacity record crowd. 20,000, I think it was like 27,320 was the announced attendance. 2 million people watched that game on ESPN2.
Your basketball stadium holds 27,000 people?
20,000.
Your basketball stadium holds 20,000 people?
Yes.
What is it made of? Like cardboard and rubber bands and glue?
You had to go there, didn't you, Bump?
I mean, look, my team plays in a professional basketball arena. I know Arkansas doesn't know what pro basketball is, but
that's because Memphis can't. They have to share it.
We don't have to share it. We could have played on campus. We don't have to share anything. We didn't share the Coliseum for 30 years.
Anyhow, before we let Bum have his way, give me the Hogs in this to make it 10 straight, and they finally get ranked, finally get some respect. And I'm going to be one happy dude come Saturday afternoon. However, the downside to this is it's an 11 o'clock tip. And Arkansas better be ready because Alabama's not a bad team. Willie B, who you got, Hogs or Tide?
Yeah, I got the Hogs, man. I think they're playing really, really well. I know they're playing Alabama at Alabama, but this is a game. I mean, all the games right now are important coming down the stretch. But they've got a tough stretch ahead of them too. I mean, they've got Tennessee a couple times. They've got Kentucky, LSU, and Florida, all in the next couple weeks. So. It's a big game for them, but I think they'll pull it out down in Tuscaloosa.
Hogs. Tide.
You talking to me?
You Robert De Niro? Yes, I'm talking to you.
I just watched Sean White do his thing, but he's in 4th place right now.
He'll get there.
Yeah, he's got 2 more runs. I don't want to do this.
Do it, Bum. Do it, Bum.
Roll Tide, baby!
Son of a bitch. Sorry, that was unprofessional.
Hey, I love you too.
I love you, buddy. All right, Nate. It's you and me, head to head.
Look, let's just put it all behind. This is for all the Arkansas fans listening. I was cheering on Arkansas the other night against Auburn because I'm tired of seeing Auburn dancing on the other teams at the other teams' logos and crap. I'm tired of seeing Auburn getting all too high and mighty. I'm glad Arkansas knocked them down, put them back. But this is going to be a home game, and if anybody's watched Alabama basketball, we've been packing out the stadium too. It's been crazy. We've had a bunch of tough games. I mean, we did come off of a win against Ole Miss the other day, which was good for us. It kind of got us back together after losing back-to-back against Auburn and Kentucky, which is tough. But this is not going to be no blowout. This is going to be a close game. Might even go to overtime. You never know. But it's going to come down to who's going to start out and who's going to be hot coming out of the gate. For Alabama, it's going to be about our shooters, man. Shackerfield, J.D. Davison. I mean, the list goes on and on. Quinterly. I mean, the list goes on and on. All of our guys. So it's just going to be on how we come out and play. But I'm going to stick with my Tide in this one, especially at home. So give me the Crimson Tide. Roll Tide, baby.
Not going to happen. You want to put a wager on this one there, Big Nate?
What are we wagering? What do you want to put on it?
Hat bet?
Hat bet? Wait a minute. How's that going to work? Our A's almost look alike. Are you kidding me? That doesn't work.
See?
Look, I can almost make this look like that. Look like Arkansas say right now.
Oh, man.
That's why I have to make sure y'all see this bottom. Let y'all know. I mean, heck, what
That's
is
an
it?
Atlanta Braves A right
Yeah, look,
there.
ATL, baby. ATL. I mean, come on.
They all look alike. Oh, man. Looks like Baum dipped out. Looks like he had some technical issues on his end.
But look, here's a shout out though. Arkansas, y'all played an amazing game against Auburn. I was cheering for you the whole way. I'll never say "Sue Wee Pig" before in my life, but last night I was saying it. And
first off, you got if you're gonna cheer us, you got to do it right.
I'm not doing it loud like I did the other night. I'm not doing that again. Look, all I can say is this game coming up is going to be winner gets to pick
their new hat.
The new hat. Define new hat.
Yeah, define new hat because I've got several hats at Lids that I want, but
Yeah, I know.
Willie B, you're up there quiet, man. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm just researching stuff on the computer, just looking at guys.
All right, we're wrapping it up here. Any of you guys got final thoughts before we bust out of here tonight?
Just looking forward to some good basketball this weekend. Obviously, the big game on Sunday, and probably doing some grilling, throwing some ribs on the grill. So,
Oh,
y'all in the neck of the woods.
also, shout out to college baseball coming up. ESPN has said that they are going to air more college baseball this year, which is going to be awesome.
200 college baseball games.
Yep. And I'm so excited to hear that. It's going to be a great season for college baseball. Can't wait to see what teams come out. I mean, Arkansas's got something to prove now. They got it. Can they get back up there?
I don't know, dude. I haven't even taken a look at this year's roster yet, so
it's going to be fun. Buddy.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun, though. Baseball season is always exciting.
Yep.
All right, that's going to do it for us. For Brandon Bumgarner, Willie B, Nate Wilson, I am Razorback Zach. You've been watching the College Basketball Pick'em Show from the 4 Star Sports Radio Network. Until next week, so long, everybody.